Happy New Year. And for all of us trying to just pursue our ambition of running a successful business, I hope this video gives you value. And being one of the first ones, actually the first one that I'm doing for Gadin Group, I wanted to lay a foundation for something that is, I feel, very important for us small business operators, us independent business operators, solopreneurs. It's to have an awareness of consumer mindset, of how we allocate our resources, and how do we approach each day, because we have to create leads, prospects, we got to make conversions, right? Sales to drive revenue, which will then feed our business. And that framework I want to share is something that I've more recently, probably in the last few months, embraced more and more. And it is called the 95-5 rule. And so the 95-5 rule simply states that at any given time, 95% of your potential customers, regardless of what you do, just as a general number, are not in the marketplace. Again, 95% of your potential customers are not ready to buy, but 5% are. And where does this come from? This study was done in 2021 by a marketing research firm called Ehrenberg Bass. And the researcher, Professor John Dawes, did this study and found that on average, when they did their research, that depending upon the type of industry, the seasonality and price, it was around 95%. It could be 90% if you're more in season, or if you're a lower cost product, could be 85% not in market. So conversely, it could be 5% in market, 10%, but it's not a significant percentage. And why does that matter? Why does that matter to you and I as small business operators? It's because it's guardrails, excuse me, to what is it that we should do and allocate our time towards, our dollars towards. And if a majority of our potential customers are not in market, what behaviors, what practices are we doing so that when they are in market, they are ready to buy? Now, if you were just to audit messages that you put out in the community, take a look real quick. What does your copy say on your website? What do your social media posts say? What do your emails say? Are they targeted towards the 5%, or are they building trust? Are they building awareness about your brand? Are you building connection with those who are not in market? And that is this thought process of the 95-5 rule. And I wanted to introduce it to you, at least from my perspective. It's we need to, as small business owners, at least in my opinion, spend a lot of effort in creating awareness of your brand to those who are not in market. Because if you're not, somebody else is, and you want to be able to be top of mind. And how do you do that? It's special interest stories, it's educational tips, it's insights into your product, it's insights into you as a human being. Yes, you're going to show your brand identity, you're going to show your logo, but more importantly, you're going to try to connect with them. And it's subjective. You send all of your material out into the world, and it's subjective. Some people will take it in, some people won't. But if you knew right now that you can affect buying decisions of individuals down the road, wouldn't you want to engage in behavior that will put your brand top of mind? So again, I strongly encourage you, audit all of the messaging at your different consumer connection points, the consumer journey, where your brand potentially could intersect with someone who could be in market. And if someone's not in market, what does it say? Check your social media feed right now. Check your Instagram for your brand. Is it asking them to buy, or are you giving them information? And it's not easy. I understand. It's difficult. I have difficulty trying to output. I'm just getting started as well. I've been in doing business and consulting for almost 30 years. In starting this, I have to follow the same rule. So I encourage you, as you look at your business right now, audit the behaviors that you're doing, and who are you speaking to mostly? Is it the 5%? Are you trying to get them to buy now? Doesn't mean ignore them. But it's time to have a real discussion about what stories are you telling? What value are you giving? And are you setting up success for future buyers? Or are you just putting all of your eggs in one basket and just chasing the close every single month? So stay tuned for more conversations. We'll dive more in depth with the 95-5 rule, how it applies to operations, customer service, sales. Check out gadingroup.com. I have a blog post about it, but we're just getting started here. But as an initial video, I thought this was something important to lay down this foundational thought process that if a majority of people are not in market, what are you doing now to create this ecosystem of content, of stories, so that when they are interested, brand's available. Your brand is able to tell a story. So something to think about. If this was any value, just leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts and just curious if you agree or disagree. But thanks for tuning in. Talk to you soon.